welcome back to Clips.
That's a big question.
Welcome back to the show.
And this is the part of the show where we talk about topical things in order to get clips.
And now it's time for us to talk about, like the show's been going on.
Yeah.
And now it's time for us to talk about topical things.
I thought you were going to say Oppenheimer and we were going to say it together.
Okay.
One,
you want to do it?
2, 3.
Topical thing.
Topical.
Oh, shit.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
RB timer. So I'm just, I guess, just why did they make it?
Well, I think in my opinion, the reason why they made that movie is because of money.
They were like, of all the stories that can be told, this is the one that will make the most money right now.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
No, I don't agree with that at all.
What do you think?
Okay, well, because it's...
really asking for a real answer.
Because it's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
It's certainly because it's like, it's an interesting story.
Christopher Nolan is like, I want to make a thing, that the studios are like, whoa, Christopher
I think
Nolan's
so.
So that's the story that he chose to do.
Yeah. So it's very like, whatever he chooses to do is like very interesting to people.
So he was like, I want to do this one.
And he only does, he really does seem to only choose like pretty like interesting stories. Like Interstellar. Did you ever see Interstellar?
Was that the one where Nell talked to aliens? Was it Jodie Foster?
Damn, I was like, I've got to reach back into my brain for what that could possibly be.
That my movie knowledge
I know.
is like this year to this year, and that's it.
Whatever was on TBS, Comedy Central, the USA Network, TNT, HBO.
Yeah.
Between the years of 1989
and 1990.
2001. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
I think they like, it's an interesting story how we developed like the atomic bomb,
I don't think it's not interesting.
Yeah, and so he's like, could I make a movie out of that? And could it be all artsy and Christopher Nolan-y and shit? Like he makes movies that are like very big and very like heavy.
But this is the first time he's done a true story.
It is the first time he's done a true story.
A
lot of the young kids fucking love Christopher Nolan.
Because of the Terminator
I think Christopher Nolan is like this generation's Steven Spielberg, kind of.
Sure, I could see that.
I like him more than Spielberg.
Yeah, see? And Spielberg really fell off, man. He made that like water horse movie or whatever.
Which one?
The one where Abraham Lincoln crosses a bridge or something.
Same movie?
That was like 4 Spielberg movies. It was like Bridge of Spies, Lincoln.
Yeah.
War Horse.
Crystal Horse.
And The Post or something, right?
The Curse of the Crystal Horse. Yeah, The Post.
Yeah.
So now
I
people
didn't
don't
see The
believe him when
Fablemans.
they're like, no, this one's going to be good.
I don't know, man. Spielberg lost his thing. I think people lose their thing, and it's okay.
You gotta... Dude, I saw a clip of Lauryn Hill yesterday talking about how the miseducation of Lauryn Hill was so good because she...
What's that?
It was an album that she put out. But you need experience to do good art. And I'm not saying this isn't the case with Steven Spielberg. He's that whole life. He's much older than I am. But you do need... Welcome back. You need experience to do art.
Totally,
like,
dude.
sometimes when you're always making stuff, you don't get to step back and be like, what's the stuff even about?
Here's the long and the short of it, I think, about with Steven Spielberg. This man made some of the greatest films of all time. Can I get an amen? Like, truly. This guy's like, his name will never be forgotten, probably.
Name him.
Name one name that you'll never forget. Elvis.
Dad.
Dude, we were going to talk about, at the top of the show, we were going to talk about turn that shit off bands.
Yeah.
Bands that when someone comes into the room
more often
and hears
than not.
you listening to it,
yeah,
it makes them want to burst into a room and say, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Have you ever lived with roommates?
Obviously everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I never had that, though.
You never had like a roommate
dude.
listening to some garbage music and you're like, turn that shit off.
There was a time. I have said that many times.
Yeah, of course.
But no one said it to me until in college I tried to learn the keyboard. I tried to learn Gavin DeGraw songs on the keyboard, and they were like, "You got to stop."
Well, yeah, if you like, I think the most you would ever hear turn that shit off from is your own learning of music for sure.
Yeah, which is discouraging.
But like, what are bands like that? Because what happened while we were shooting before the Banter, just let's do some quick plugs before we jump back into the show.
Yeah.
But before the Banter is a show that Kevin Plachy puts his pee-pee and poo-poo all over.
Yeah, and we thank him for that.
And we pay him for it. Yeah. And you guys get to pay us to see it.
Yeah.
So if you go to our patreon.com/dynamicbanter, you will get access to things like Before the Banter, which is a show that is shot before we record Dynamic Banter.
Even before the Banter.
And today I was playing a Moody Blues song to Kevin called I Know You're Out There. And it's like the cheesiest fucking song ever. It's good. It's got a good hook and shit.
Sure.
But it's like this building epic like fantasy sounding like wow, like really orchestrated well song. Mm-hmm. And we're like right in the middle of it like building, and Zoya comes to the room and goes, turn that shit off. And it killed me. It fucking, dude, I had tears coming out of my eyes.
Dude, it's so good. She really has like really good comic timing.
And she was like, I'm sorry. She was like totally apologetic, but I was like, dude, you like totally made that bit like work.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking funny. And it made me think like Moody Blues is totally a turn that shit off band.
Because you really got to be like The Cure is a turn that shit off band.
It definitely could be.
Because you got whatever band you got to be a specific mood to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane Clown Posse.
Dude, absolutely.
Is like one person's, this is the only band I listen to, and another person's turn that shit off.
Dude, turn that shit off. Chris Brown. Turn that shit off. Anyway, plugs.
It's such a funny thing to yell at someone.
Turn that shit off.
Because music is like so personal.
Dude, and it was like the funniest time to say turn that shit off.
Yeah.
And it totally welcomed to turn that shit off.
Dude, also like the trifecta of experiences.
Yeah.
It's like you know it and like it. Kevin is like open to learning it.
He's like, this is pretty good. And so he's like, turn that shit off. And then when she left the room, I was like, it's totally because that music would never be heard in this apartment.
For sure. She is like 80s freestyle.
Totally.
Like, in a dream, my love.
Yeah.
That is Zoya's shit.
Does
or
she like the
Biggie
it's got to God face on it. Come on.
She does this dance.
You got to
move it.
Dude.
Yeah, Zoya's any song that says move it
to the beat. Man, I kind of miss music like that. Dude, for real.
We gotta do an episode on that because one day I was making fun of it, and it honestly sounds like, I think so many of those bands were like Swedish and stuff.
Oh, really?
It 100% sounds like you got AI to like write
totally
80s song.
Totally,
and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, I think, to somebody who I don't know. I mean, how would you know anyway? I was gonna say somebody who hasn't heard that genre of music, like pick the AI one.
Dude, exactly. That's interesting because you're right, dude. So many of those like 80s 90s
every
dance
day
hit
into
songs.
the sun, every way into the sun.
Remember when it would be like totally, or what was it, like Music Now Volume 1 or whatever?
Yeah. Now this is what I call music.
Now dude, we were around for when that shit started.
I got the first like 14 of those.
What do you think they're on right now?
I bet it's in the 300s.
No, I think it's at like
what is it now? What
80s?
90s?
Yeah, now that's what I call music.
Oh, that's what I call music.
Because it used to be like somebody made a mixtape for you or a mix CD, and that was all we wanted to do was make. When we got the capability of burning CDs and sharing music like that, that's all we wanted to do.
Dude,
my friend Steve Taylor made a lot of money selling us over CDs.
Okay.
The original Napster was my friend Steve Taylor.
Dude, it is the that was your Napster? Yeah. That's so funny, dude. What am I seeing here? This is very weird and doesn't.
They have a lot of like subgenres now. They have like now that's what I call music, 90s pop.
But let's do. Well,
but I think that it looks like they're on 87.
No, I saw like 114.
Dude, fun fact. Fun fact about now this is what I call music is that song "This Is How You Remind Me" is on every installation. It's on every disc.
Totally. Yeah, maybe it's like 87.
It says now that's what I call music. 86 was released on May 5th, 2023.
Dude, this is a nightmare. Just type in now that's what I call music and go to images and just scroll down. It's like now 56, now 78, now 32, now. And it's all these bright fucking nightmare colors. Dude, look at this shit. Now 76.
Now, this used to be now.
Now it's not now. 90.
It's not now.
Dude, what the fuck?
Too much, man. Because you can't stick with the same design shit forever. You know how iconic of a design you need to have the same shit forever?
Real.
The Coca-Cola thing is a great example.
Yeah.
But like that shit is so specifically like 2001.
Dude, the style.
And it was too much. You can't put splatter on everything.
And too many lens lighting flares or whatever.
It's all like what a computer thinks excitement looks like. Dude, what would you do if you went all the way back to the beginning of now? That's what I call music. And it's just the computer alone in a room. And there's no people associated.
Yeah.
It started from a computer.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
that could be like the first fucking. It controls what we listen to.
Dude, the like spooky AI like future, like scary future, has me believe that like we won't even need like, because imagine like Kidz Bop.
Yes.
Kidz Bop is in the similar vein of the now that's what I call music thing.
Yeah, it's that with kids' voices.
Right, and it's been around since we were kids, for sure. And Kidz Bop is one of those things where one day we'll look back on it and be like, I can't believe they made those kids do that.
I can't believe we made those kids bop.
I can't believe we made those kids bop. And then like, because I went to a Kidz Bop show.
Tight.
And I made a video about it. Yeah, it was Valley Folk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Whatever. Same difference. What's the difference? Same garbage. But it's all blending in together now. But like, I went to one of those shows, and those kids are working, man.
Yeah.
Those kids are working.
Yeah.
They're out there jumping around. They got choreo. They got cardio. Dude, you know those kids are working hard and training and rehearsing like endlessly, probably.
You don't wear a wireless headset microphone unless you're working hard.
Exactly. And I noticed that they did switch out like the kids a lot. Like
but they looked alike?
It's like they had 500 kids that all knew the routines. And
they're on a
like,
prison bus.
All right, you're up. Let's go. I hurt my ankle. Fine, Aiden, you're in. And they're just like throwing kids up in there.
Yeah.
But one day we're going to be like, man, that was fucked up. We were making those kids work real hard so we could laugh and enjoy their safe version of scary rap music and stuff.
Yeah.
But, dude, they're going to totally AI that shit.
Yeah.
You could totally just AI make Kidz Bop now. Mm-hmm. Like, someone at Kidz Bop needs to go.
And no kids would have to be harmed.
Dude, yeah. And you could go to the president of Kidz Bop and be like, sir, how would you like to fire everyone under you? Take all of the money, and all you have to do is push a button that shits out AI Kidz Bop albums for the next 100 years. What does that man say, you think? What does that man's face look like?
Who's telling? The computer's telling them.
No, it's like their assistant's telling them. Like, listen, I mean, you could do this.
Yeah.
What is that man's face? Like, why wouldn't you say yes to that?
I can't stop picturing the computer in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
With like
listening.
One, like swinging light over it.
You could have anything you want. I'll make the babies.
You can have anything you want.
I'll birth the babies that'll sing the bops.
We are now fully in control of what you listen to.
We're working on baby bops next.
That's why for years we put Green Day's American Idiot on every Kidz Bop and every Now This Is What I Call Music compilation.
And by the way, we changed idiot to moron because moron is less mean.
And now fast forward to 2024, every American is an idiot moron. And now the aliens are going to come. And this is the perfect time for a tweet.
Like your name will be worth trillions.
They're still dude, aliens come down and they kill all the human beings, but they're still listening to like now
Kidz
what
Bop.
I call
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
Oh, best friend.
Dude, what a absolutely ruthless thing to do, to come down and to annihilate a civilization, but to still listen to their music.
Yeah, dude, and listening to Britney Spears, but it's just the Kidz Bop version.
Oh, baby.
Could you imagine if in the future that was all the remnants of pop music was just Kidz Bop versions?
Damn, that's all that survived.
Yeah.
The cockroaches of the music industry.
Like that Wet Ass Pussy song. There's a Kidz Bop version.
It's like wet ass pasta.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
It's like we are pals.
We are pals. We are friends for this wet ass pasta.
Let's see. I never know how to pronounce it.
Get the bucket by the
Whap.
fence.
WAP.
Whap.
This song's called WAP.
Isn't it like, I heard it before.
There's some doors in this house. There's some doors in this house.
And what's the chorus?
Let's see. You're drinking up some water bottles. Bring a bucket and a mop for that water bottle. Because it fell right on the floor. Look at water bottles.
Who is that for? Who's it
Children
for?
and moms and dads. Although I will say, in my experience from being around those dads, a lot of them seemed very not happy to be there.
If you say it, Kevin.
No, go for it. What do you got there?
Kevin, hold on. Say it into the
Yeah, you're drinking up some water bottles. You know I'm thirsty, kid. Drink the water quick. Put me on my knees, cause I want to sit.
It doesn't say that.
Yep.
The Kidz Bop thing says that.
Put me on my knees, cause I want to sit. Grateful for the water, cause it always making me stronger. A little bit. Never lost a fight after drinking. Yup. Because of it in the food chain, I drink the water. If I drink the water, I'm a lot stronger.
No, S stand for no spitting. Gonna have to clean up if you do indeed spit it. If they can't gulp, then they gotta dwank. Can't hurt my feelings if you do dwank. Give them water, they'll ask whose is it. When they gulp it down, I'ma spell my name.
Kidz Bop.
Can I go on the record to say I don't like that?
I would love to hear you go on the record and say you don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't like it. And that was Clips.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, you know what it's for. It's so that, because if we didn't have Kidz Bop, there would be children singing the Wet Ass Pussy song. I mean, there already are children singing
That's what
the
we
Wet
did
Ass
with
Pussy
Put
song.
It in Your Mouth.
But
Remember that?
Yeah, totally, dude. I like big butts. We were singing like
We're singing
all
about
that
butts
shit,
and
dude.
mouths.
And but no one was singing about wet ass pussies when we were kids. So it's interesting to imagine that probably
No,
kids
that's not
love
true.
it.
That's not true. Lil' Kim almost exclusively.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
But we were a
she
little
was
older
filthy.
by the time Lil' Kim came around.
But there's always something like that
Mm-hmm.
around. It's not always like the most mainstream thing, but
I
it's
think
always around.
even Vanilla Ice was kind of like,
He's talking about being cold.
he was borderline, because he had that Sex on an Inner Tube song or something
yeah.
on that album.
And you couldn't understand it, but
Dude.
Snow was also talking about some pretty raunchy things.
Can I read the lyrics to Sex on an Inner Tube?
Sex on an inner tube, like going down like a lazy river.
That's what it was called. Wasn't that what it was called?
Is he talking about fucking on a lazy river in like a theme park?
I think so, yeah.
That's gross. Dude, never fuck in a water park ever. That's no good. That's how you get diarrhea. And you're not supposed to go in the wave pool if you have diarrhea, but everyone has diarrhea because everyone's eating.
Oh, hot sex.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, hot sex. Is that what it was called? Hot sex?
No. Vanilla Ice Life is a Fantasy.
What was the first album? The first Vanilla Ice album. Did you like Vanilla Ice?
This one is about having sex
think so.
on an inner tube.
What's it called?
Life is a Fantasy.
Verse number 3. This one's about fucking on an inner tube.
Oh, yeah. In my dreams, I envision myself at the ocean. Beautiful girls rubbing me down with some lotion. Even though you know I flow as cold as an ice cube, let me tell you how it is to make love on an inner tube. Floating on water while splashing waves on your body. Flowing and going. Now pump it, pump it. Hot EC, I want to get loose with you. Is that all right, girl? I want to do it outside, under the moonlight. And get on down so we can make that love.
You be the hand, and Iceman will be the glove. This is your fantasy, not mine.
I added the not mine part.
Oh.
Suddenly, I thought he said it was his fantasy.
Whose fantasy is
He said it was his in the beginning.
Whose fantasy is it?
This is bullshit.
Can we get Vanilla
I want
Ice
to get
on
him
the
on the
phone?
line and be like, what is this, your fantasy?
Hi, I was just listening to your record.
Is this your fantasy?
Whose fantasy are you talking about here?
Michael,
Yeah.
let's do some plugs, buddy. We've
Okay.
been in the middle of it for
Dude,
so long.
I was thinking about this. Can I play you a 40-second stand-up clip that I think that you might like?
Oh, 1,000,000,000%.
Because there's old school references like we were talking about
yes,
before.
please. Give me.
And then I'll say dates where I'm doing stand-up, and then people can go put those two things together if they don't. And that's just an option.
Yes.
Okay, so this is from a show in San Diego. I got heckled by two very drunk people. I told them to go fuck themselves afterward.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm 38 now. Prove it. Prove that I'm 38? How would you even do that? I saw the Spice Girls movie in the theater.
Dude, that's so funny.
Okay, so come see more things like that. Here's a bunch of nights where you can come see me do that. Tonight, which is the 4th, I'm going to be in the Hollywood Improv Lab doing a longer set of new material with my friend JF Harris at 9:30. I had a video where I said it was at 7:30. That was incorrect, and this is my public apology for that. So I'll see you tonight at the Hollywood Improv Lab. Love this music a lot. On the 5th, I'm at the West Side Comedy Theater in Santa Monica at 8. On the 12th, I'm doing Don't Tell in Huntington Beach. On the 16th, I'm doing a Don't Tell in San Diego. On the 18th, I'm doing a Don't Tell in Valley Village. On the 19th, I'm doing Aviation Nation, which is a store that's really cool, which I believe is in Venice. On the 24th, I'm doing Abbott Kidding, which is a great, great show run by my friend Ellen Harrell in Venice. On the 26th, I'm at the Alamo Draft House for Jay Light's fucking game show. And I forgot what the name of it was, but it's going to be really fun. On September 1st is the next Surrounded show in the Hollywood Improv Mania. Yeah! You gotta come. You gotta come. It's gonna be so much fun. You can get tickets for that on improv.com. The 17th through the 23rd, I believe I'm gonna be in New York. The 21st of September is the next Surrounded show.
Woo!
At the Stand, 10 p.m. Woo! In New York. And on the 27th, I'll be back in Long Beach at Quesada for Bear City. If you want tickets to shows or to be up on that kind of stuff, you could text 818-7-TURI-TURI 868-TURI.
I'm coming.
And just text like tour to that if you want information on where I'm going to be. Try to do that as fast as possible, and when you're dyslexic, it's tough. But
You did
Good
great,
job.
dude. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And I think the audience feels the same way.
Good. I just wish that they would have some way of letting me know.
Should we do some ads real quick?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, we got 5.
Good.
All right. Okay. Let me find some proper music here.
Steve, you ever do fasting? Intermittent fasting?
I'm scared of it
Why?
because I love my yummies.
Yeah, no. Food are great. Great?
Yeah.
The other day, food are great. The other day I saw a TikTok of a guy that said, I don't eat before 12 p.m. or after 6 p.m.
That's intermittent fasting.
And in between those hours, I eat whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Which sounds reasonable. Sounds like something I might try someday. But have you done it? You like doing that?
I'm doing it right now.
Do you like it?
I've been doing it for like 2 months.
Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Do you want a bacon?
Yes. Do you have?
Yeah, man.
Can you give me your bacon? Do you have any in your bag? Whoa! I'll catch it.
Something's wrong with the cable.
Something's wrong with the bacon cable.
Can we check that bacon cable, boys?
So I've been doing it for like 16 hours a day, and it's not that hard anymore as long as you do most of the hours while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the past 2 days, I've been doing 20 hours, and that's significantly harder. And I'm also like pooping things that I think I've had inside me for years.
Years, yeah. Like stuff they don't sell anymore.
Like one crawled down the toilet.
I'm pooping out stuff they don't even sell anymore.
I'm pooping out shit they took off the market.
Damn, dude. All right, well, let me know how it works out.
It's fun. Seeing new things.
Even in the heat, that feels nice.
To not eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Because you don't eat salty shit.
And then you're not sweating like and
Yeah.
feel like garbage.
I
Yeah.
ate like shit kind of in Canada, and it was so good. The food was so good, but
It's kind of hard not to eat like shit over there, don't you think?
yeah, and then getting on a plane, it makes you all swollen, and I don't like it.
All right, well, guys, welcome to the ad portion of the show. The first ad today is for 100 Little Dolls. That's right. We're selling 100 Little Dolls, all for $1. These 100 little dolls are made of genuine styrene plastic and hard synthetic rubber, and only $1 for 100 little dolls! You get baby dolls, nurse dolls, dancing dolls, foreign dolls, clown dolls, cowboy dolls, rich dolls, husband dolls, brat dolls, baby dolls. Baby dolls! We're talking 100 little dolls! And that's not even all the little dolls we have. There are many more in Lilliputian cuteness.
What was that word? What was the word he said? Is that the promo code?
And made not of paper or rags. Like the competition. You ever had a doll made of rags?
I thought you said rats.
There's no rats in these dolls. There's no rats in these 100 little dolls. No, these are made of styrene plastic and hard synthetic rubber. If you don't go wild over them, your money will be promptly refunded. Send $1 plus 25 cents for postage and handling for each set of 100 little dolls.
That sounds like a good deal. $1, you said?
Yeah, dude.
That's like a
25 cents.
plus 25 cents for shipping? Of course. Of course, everything's so inflated now.
How
Thanks a lot,
about,
Mayor. Piece of shit.
how about this? Next ad here, boys. Ready for the next one?
Uh-huh.
Switch it up.
Shh. That's a sad one. We don't want sad right now.
Well, it depends on what you're selling, I guess.
This isn't sad. This is exciting.
Oh, good.
This isn't sad. This is exciting.
I can't wait to hear him with that on the edge of my seat. Beyond the garden.
Honey, don't you understand? I love you. I never want to leave you. I only think of you.
I'll forever remember the summer moments on the swing hanging from the sycamore tree.
I'll forever remember and never forget.
Like this. I like it.
You like this?
I mean, come on.
Each and every night I watched her swing on the sycamore tree.
The leaves of the sycamore tree smell like your hands.
You always smelled like a sycamore.
America, 1953. Men rule the world, and that's how it should be.
And it forever shall be.
Are you a family with children? Of course you are. What else would you do in 1953? There's nothing else to do but have children. Isn't that right?
Watch the baseball games, listen to the radio, and have children.
Let's have children now, because we're bored.
We need people to dig the fossil fuels out of beneath the ground. Have children.
Honey, the internet hasn't been invented. Let's make a baby.
Teach the children to work as soon as humanly possible.
Is Johnny 6? He's going to the coal mines. Coal mines!
That's him yelling down the mine.
Into the coal mines. He's yelling coal mines.
That's how you could tell. If it echoed, then it was one.
Well, if you have children, then you're going to want a Polaris nuclear submarine. That's right, a nuclear submarine for your children, big enough for 2 kids. It's over 7 feet long and contains nuclear secrets from the government of the United States. These submarines need to be hidden, and they need to be hidden fast. The Ruskies know where we're hiding them, so we've got to distribute them to children across America. $6.98 is what we're charging for these Polaris nuclear submarines, big enough for 2 kids. Lock your children in. This thing goes in the ocean. It's over 7 feet long, and the controls really work. And it fires rockets. That's right, it fires torpedoes, very powerful ones. It shoots very, very dangerous torpedoes. So watch out. And it's got a real working periscope. And an electrically lit instrument panel. Don't get water on it. So, order today and we'll rush your Polaris... God damn it. I need 9 more cigarettes. Order today and we'll rush your Polaris nuclear submarine to you. We need to get it to you now. So if you want this shit, tell us now. We gotta get rid of them. The Ruskies know. They sent 1 bomb to where we keep our Polaris nuclear subs for $6.98. We'll blow up the world. Use it for 10 days if you don't think it's the greatest ever, the best toy you've ever had. Just send it back, pussy. That's right.
I said it.
Polaris nuclear subs. For all the children and boys. Alright. That's it. That's all I want. That's the end of the ads, Mike.
I hate what we have to do to make money sometimes.
Me too, man. Sometimes we have to sell horrifying things.
It just feels like we're putting ourselves out there too much behind products that we don't necessarily believe in. I don't want the kids in the subs. I didn't sign off on it.
Michael, I saw Barbie.
Yeah, was it great?
And I saw Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
And I saw Talk to Me, which is a spooky.
I heard that was very, very scary. Was it very, very scary? No?
Well, this kid might not think so because, these youngsters, they don't have the fear of God in them like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
And, if you had even like a pinch of like belief in you, then like demon shit was like the most terrifying shit that could possibly be seen.
If you jacked your dick off, it could happen.
Exactly. Demons are watching you jack your dick off. But also grandma, I guess?
Yeah, they're watching from different vantage points.
The demons have the VIP seat.
The demons are looking up at you jacking your dick off.
They're getting
Grandma's
the worst
down.
angle of it. They see your nuts and your butthole and everything. 10,000 little
I don't know.
Okay, let's try this one. Let's try this one real quick.
Is that what it says?
Invite your friends over for a haunting. Just imagine how scared your friends will be when you flip out the lights and they start hearing creepy sounds.
Dude, the advertisement is to flip the lights off. The advertisement is telling you how to flip the lights off in your house.
Exactly.
What your friend's fucking face is gonna look like when you turn out the lights and they start hearing creepy sounds like you jagging off.
Give your friends a demon show by jacking off above them.
Blast some ropes on your friends in the dark. They'll never come over again. Scare your friends with sounds like creaking doors, chains rattling, and then
the sound of the lights shutting off.
And then imagine the lights shutting off and on, and it's definitely not you doing it. And then imagine in the dark, your friends hear a man's voice telling them that the house is haunted, and that they're to die one by one, probably.
Imagine it.
They'll be scared stiff when they hear footsteps coming from the bathroom where you were jagging off.
All your friends will be scared stiff in the morning.
These pals of yours are gonna be scared stiff knowing you were jagging off. Oh, how about the sound of people fighting? Is that scary? There's people fighting.
Somebody's having a conflict.
What about glass breaking or hideous laughter? Terrible shrieks and screams, eerie moaning from the bathroom where you were jagging off. Do it quick, jag off quick, because your friends are gonna catch on real quick that you just flipped this light switch off. If your friends know where the light switch is, it's gonna be a quick jag off session. Each person in the room will think he's gonna be the next victim, or maybe hear you jagging off. This long playing 7-inch 33.5 RPM special haunted house sound effects record can be yours for only $1 plus 25 cents for postage and handling.
Pick up the needle and put it down on the track where your friends jag it off.
When you're done jagging off, then you start taking your friends' cash.
That's a weird ad, man.
Was there? Did they say? Is there like a call to action?
No, that was it. That was it. Well, there was like a mail. That's it. Just imagine it. It was an ad that just said, "Imagine all that happened." There's nowhere to buy that record or anything.
I wonder what the conversion rate on that ad is. I think everybody just imagined that. I imagined it. They got me.
I thought that Haunted Mansion movie was not bad for being a Haunted Mansion movie.
Good.
I'll tell you that much.
Was it scary or is it more like fun, playful?
I think it did have a little bit of a spooky. It had some spooky elements for
Who's
sure.
it for? What age group is that for?
I guess it's for like family, but. Bye-bye, church. I think it's like 13, maybe 13-year-olds and up. Like a PG-13
Okay.
kind of scenario.
Cool.
And well, the screening I went to was very early on a Monday morning. And there were 3 people in the theater. And, technically 4 because the person who was sitting like far to our left had the littlest young little girl. Like a little 4-year-old.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? There was some scary shit in this movie.
What if you want to take the whole family out to a movie, but you can't get a sitter, you know? Then you
I
need
mean, I
somebody to go
guess,
with the
yeah.
4-year-old?
But you're risking your daughter seeing frightening imagery and being scared for the next 14 nights.
Yeah.
Not going to be able to sleep at night.
But you're not going to be able to cover that kid's eyes forever.
No, you certainly
Have you watched the news?
Certainly I have.
Have you even watched the news?
We need a new cable, man.
Bacon.
What do you think?
Bacon.
Mike, you want to jump into some history roads?
Yeah.
Let's just see how the audience is doing.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin's excited.
Kevin, how are you doing? Do you have a history road? There it
How's
is.
those
Thank you.
bunnies? How those bunnies doing?
Great, I showed you them running around.
I know, I loved it.
Is that the video that you put on of them sprinting down the hallway?
Sprinting.
Is that fun? Do you live on the first floor, yeah? Okay, thank goodness.
History.
Imagine that.
I don't know how loud it would be.
History.
You'd be able to you'd hear something, but you don't know what it is.
No.
Is there rain? Is it raining on the second floor? For a second?
They look like a lot of fun ones. But he's stuck on one right now.
Now this is what I call History Road, Volume 19.
Was that
Is that like Beach Boys? What is that?
It's Swingtown. Swingtown. Steve Miller Band.
Steve Miller Band. That's a shut that shit off band for
Dude,
sure.
for real, but that Swingtown song is fucking, it kicks. Fuck it, let's get the ding, dude. This song's so cool. I want to hear just that intro. Dude, let's get cooking.
Love that dirty hi-hat sound.
Me too,
Like they
man.
got dirt on them.
We got a little reverb on that Mustang.
That's a dad chugga. Somebody put a
Super
dad
dad
shirt on the
chugga.
chugga.
Is someone gonna do one of these? Goddamn right they are. Somebody's dad wanted to strum the guitar.
Yeah.
Everybody go up to the mic. You ready? Everyone's singing on this part.
Everyone's singing. There's 50 mics in the studio.
Here we go.
Everyone doing it now. Tell all your friends to do it.
Come on and dance. That's
fun.
a great song.
It's a good song, man.
An example of a song that starts off super strong, and then by like minute 14, you're like, what happened to this song? Is this a different song? What's happened to Kevin over there?
So there's. You guys do this exact bit.
No.
Yeah.
No
With
way.
Swingtown?
Yeah.
No way.
I
Uh-oh.
think it's in the beginning.
Yes. Sound like Tears for Fears or some shit. No, wait, man. That's like Jay Giles or something. That one? No.
I wonder if you're thinking.
Dude, that's exactly the song that I was thinking of.
So what is
before.
that song?
That one.
Oh, this one, the Swingtown one, or it's a different song?
No, different one.
We're gonna say it's Swingtown. So do you think you know what that might be?
I sang another line of it.
What is it?
I'm gonna wait for you.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere.
Everywhere. Who sings that? Did we go this far into depth last time?
Oh, it's Fleetwood.
You thought it was Swingtown, and then you bring up.
And then
Swingtown
and then
you
that
do
was
the
it?
exact
No
same
way.
thing.
Let's listen.
So let's do the other half of the conversation. Let's talk about that other song.
Wait, let's put it up on the computer so the audio's nice and
First of all, insane. That's insane. Second of all, insane that you knew exactly where to go.
DB Theater.
wow. What episode is it?
111.
Whoa, that's even scarier.
Wow.
Is it called Where's My Mom?
Yeah. It's the beginning.
Now, what else did we talk about on that one?
Let's listen to the whole episode.
That's the history road.
What day and year was this? It's got that old like witchy version of the theme song. Like a gypsy.
across the street.
It's called like Gypsy something.
July 27th, 2018.
2018.
Remember that one?
Yes. Who was that? Is that like Tears for Fears or some shit?
No, wait, man. That's like Jay Giles or something.
That one?
No.
Oh my god. Dude, are we in a
get
loop?
dinged twice for
Are we
that?
stuck in a loop? 2 dings. That's what the show should have been called. 2 dings.
Dynamic
Let's bring
D.
that guitar in. Pick it.
Do the jiggy jam thing. Mute most the strings. Mute most the strings.
Bring those keys.
Most strings.
Bring those keys.
Most strings.
How about some
Do the jiggy
folks
jam.
now? Ooh, strum the guitar. Give it one
Do
strum.
the jiggy jam thing.
Give it one strum.
Don't stop with the jiggy jam. Dude, I like this one better than the one we just did.
Play them side by side.
We're not gonna put that one on the album.
Let's play the back. There he is. It's not the one I was thinking about, by the way. Yeah. And then I say it's not the one I was thinking about. Nice.
Very nice.
Man, in our younger days, we really had it.
Yes, we did. This was the other song you were thinking of. Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. You could tell by the whatever this
that
instrument
magic
is.
sound, yeah. Because they were magical.
Stevie Nicks doing magic?
Yeah. Stevie Nicks is a witch, isn't she?
Probably. Dresses like that.
She totally is. She is.
Jiggy
Now we're
jam.
getting a super ding on this episode.
Making
Fleetwood
sure.
Mac will really. They were like Moody Blues, no problem.
Shut that shit off.
Steve Miller Band, Fleetwood Mac, you're fucked.
Yeah.
We're paying Fleetwood Mac for this episode.
I love that. I love that song.
Dude, that's crazy that we did the same Swingtown bit.
Yeah. And we'll do it again.
And we'll do it again, god damn it.
What number is this episode? 3 something?
360.
373.
What if it was 311?
Dude, I'd go home.
Yeah. I'd go all the way to the beach.
I'd go home and
We ever talk
continue
about-
my day. I'd go to the beach. Dude,
Fuck
going to the
yeah.
beach is a perfect place to clear your mind.
Dude, can
and
I say?
calm down.
Yeah, 100%. I made the conscious decision to be like, I want to be at the beach for sunset very soon. Like
dude,
within the next week.
That's nice.
We live so fucking close, man.
Maybe smoke a J out there. Fucking listen to those beautiful waves.
Smoke a
Dude,
J at Will Rogers. Smoke a J in Malibu.
that sounds so nice.
Get
dude.
put away.
Get it, my friend. You deserve it. You had a nice little exciting week.
Yeah.
Go decompress, get some of that ocean air, and you lunge.
Yeah. I've been feeling bad about not going out. I went out the night I got back with Malcolm. We went to the Improv in the Comedy Store. And then I was like, I don't know. I hit a wall after that. I didn't want to go out for like 2 days.
Plus, it's hot as balls, dude.
It's too hot. At night, everyone's wearing
It's
t-shirts
as
at
hot
night.
as it is during the day at night.
Yeah.
It's just the sun ain't there to like cook us.
And you can't even blame the moon. It's not that thing's fault.
I'll never blame the moon.
Don't ever blame the moon.
That's my favorite Biggie Smalls. Blame the moon. Don't blame the moon. All right, well, let's jump into these history robes. Alexandre Cavalier says, History Road DB saved me from a bad shrooms trip.
Oh, that's good that it saved you.
There we go. That's nice. Dude, maybe we could be an anchor for people who are like tripping.
Do people have bad?
Oh, yeah.
But it's way more prevalent with like acid or something than it is with shrooms, is it not?
Dude, I was around someone who had a very bad mushroom trip.
Oh, no.
It went south fast.
And then she pulled out my mushroom trip.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, this guy was like barfing like for 3 hours and like nothing left. It was just like heaving, and then like looked like they were like a dying orphan child from like the 1800s in this like big Victorian bed that we were at this party.
Oh,
and,
no.
Yeah, and he was laying in there. He just looked like he was dying. He had like a wet rag on his forehead.
Yeah.
And his whole body was tucked under the blankets to here. And he was just like this. And the room was like dark. This was hours after he was like barfing and freaking out and stuff.
Yikes.
Scary shit. I'm
Rolling
like,
around on the ground, barfing, freaking out.
barfing, throwing up, dancing.
Seeing skulls.
All right, so
Throwing
maybe
up, dancing, getting dizzy, talking to trees, throwing up,
filling the bin with sick.
Dude, Fill the Bin with Sick is like a death metal.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Album title.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Filling the bin with sick. Okay, so, hey there, my favorite BB boys. How's it hanging? I'm Alex. You may remember me as the boy who had his Bat Boy book sent nowheres by his whack-ass stepmom. I'm still pissed, Carol, you fucking skunk.
Damn, Carol.
Yeah.
What was this?
Remember he sent in that Bat Boy? I hadn't heard of Bat Boy. It had like the article.
National Enquirer.
Yeah. Oh, he sent the National Enquirer thing?
The pictures, yeah.
He was going to send it to us?
No, he did send it to us. We read it on the show. But it's okay that you don't.
I don't remember anything about this. Do you?
Did you ever hear the song that's like... Is it
the one where it's like a dirty hi-hat?
Yeah, real dirty.
Sounds
and then
like
goes,
it's got
"Squaw."
rust on it. Some dad strums the strings like a scarong.
And then a witch goes, I wanna be with you everywhere.
And there's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Bit of a long history road today to thank you and tell you that Dynamic Banter was a comfortable refuge to me after a bad mushroom trip. This weekend I tried a low dose of shrooms for the first time before going out to a birthday party, Humbleberg. I don't know, that's not a great idea.
Super social setting.
I mean, and what's a low dose? Let's talk about that. And I had a great time socializing with all my friends. It was so good, in fact, that the next day...
I was covered in cum.
I was covered in my friend's cum. The next day, I decided to do double the first dose. Okay, there we are.
Oh.
Which, now that I type this out, sounds about as dumb as it is.
Okay, end of history road, I guess.
Doing for the first time. Yeah, I mean, okay, so if you did a low dose for the first time for a birthday party, that's about as much... Like a low dose of shrooms,
and you had fun. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think the most that will feel like is like being very weed high.
Yeah.
When you do a low dose of shrooms like that.
Sure.
So, anyway, so they did way too much on the next day, and said at first I was feeling pretty good again, and then I left the house by myself to meet some friends at the park. This was about a 25-minute walk on a Sunday, meaning the city was pretty empty. Yeah, not good. Not a good situation. About a third of the way there, I was approached by a sketchy-looking dude who tried to talk to me and asked me for a cigarette. When I said I had none, he got angry
and turned into a dragon.
I jacked him off. He got angry and turned into a dragon and talked some shit and made some mean expressions with his face. Needless to say, that shit ruined the rest of my fucking day.
He kind of gave me an attitude and started bleeding fire from his eyes.
Dude, it's one of those things where, like, if you're, like, way too deep in, like, a mushroom thing, very much you could be, like, someone... Like, you know how you feel when that happens in real life and you're sober? And someone's just like, hey, man, you got a cigarette? And you're like, no, sorry, man, I don't. They go like, fuck you fucking pussy bitch. Yeah. I'll fucking kick your ass. Like, for a second, you're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And you're like, damn, all right, scary. But you're done and you walk away or whatever. Like, if you're on mushrooms, you're like, oh, shit. That guy is going to find me later.
I also don't know how often the fuck you pussy bitch... I don't know how it escalates to that. So now maybe I'm thinking like the mushrooms changed your perception of how angry that guy was.
Could potentially.
Maybe he said like, "Aw, son of a bitch."
Yeah,
and you heard like,
and you're
"Fuck
like,
you, pussy bitch,"
and you're like, "That guy's gonna kill me at night. That guy's gonna find out where my bed is. He's gonna turn into a dragon. That guy's gonna steal my package of 100 little dolls."
That guy's gonna find where I live and steal my package of 100 little dolls.
That's a real fear, dude.
And now I'm pissed
That's
off.
a real fear. Okay. The rest of the way to the park, I was walking extremely fast and got very paranoid and scared. Halfway to the park, my friends texted me that they were leaving because they were all kinds of not in the mood anymore. This, in my high paranoia, also shook me. Because then you're like, fuck, do my friends not want to hang out with me tonight? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? What's going on? And then you're like...
25 minutes back to my house. I got to pass that guy again.
And then you got to swirl all those thoughts in your head, too.
Yeah,
and
I still don't have any cigarettes.
Right? I took an Uber back home, terrified of everything and everyone, and when I got back, I was shaking in fear.
Calling an Uber, calling a stranger to come pick you up.
I know, right? But you want to get home fast, but you also don't want to be in a stranger's, like, car.
Rehearsing how to say your address so you don't say it weird.
Dude, and all those thoughts of, like... I'm in a stranger's car. This is like their family car. They're like, kids sit where I'm sitting. Like, what the fuck? They put their groceries back here. Like, what kind of road trips have they gone on? Like, your brain starts to like roll around in that like attitude.
Yeah.
And if you're like in a bad mood or scared and you're tripping on mushrooms, then you're just going to keep falling and falling and falling. Like, you got to find something pleasant to bring you back, or something calm, or be alone, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it gets better when you're like in a funny mood.
Yeah.
Just like anything. Nobody wants to be smoking weed and being sad and continuing to be sad, and then it's a sad weed sesh. You want it to be like fun, man. Everyone's laughing. There's jokes.
There's chodes.
There's chodes. John's hanging dong.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, to calm myself down, I put on episode 117, Free as a Bird.
What if it was the fucking
episode? God, 111. And then I pulled up Swingtown and I listened to it. Dude, it made me feel so good.
If that was the case, I would honestly argue for ending the show.
I know. It'd be like, dude, I think this is the universe telling us
this is the end.
This is as good as it gets.
Because I don't know that there's ever... Think of a show with a more perfect ending.
I know, right? Where it just organically happens, too. Yeah. That's real strange. Yeah. We were this close to ending the show, guys. So episode 117 is called Free as a Bird, and your soothing familiar voices and jokes and bits and laughter brought me back to a place of calm and joy. High paranoia is one of the worst feelings I've ever experienced, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. That shit sucks ass.
Normally, let me say this. Know that there are some drugs that are going to heighten your paranoia. So when you're feeling that, you just be like, listen, I know I did this drug to myself, and I know it makes me feel paranoid, and recognize what it is. And usually if I do, because that happens to me as well, I get paranoid thoughts, and then I'm just like, I'm just, I smoked or whatever. And now I'm feeling paranoid, and that's what that is. And then it starts to like land the plane.
Totally. Because like, unless you've taken like crazy amounts of like scary drugs, you're never going to get locked in to that feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling is going to pass with natural things like mushrooms and weed and stuff like that. Like mushrooms takes a little longer for sure. And like, I would recommend only being somewhere that you find joy and happiness in being there.
Yeah.
And it only heightens the experience when you're doing things like that.
Don't go to like Jack in the Box.
The only time I've ever done it is like when I'm in the woods with my friends and we're staying at like a cabin somewhere in the mountains. And like, it's just like a super fun weekend and like there's no stress. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah. And you're not like driving home at night. You're like staying in this place, right? With all your friends. Mm-hmm. So it's like a perfect place to kind of like have a little, take a little this, take a little, have a little fun time.
Jerk off on the plants.
Experience the world in a fun way. Jerk off in the dark with your friends.
Jerk off on the plants and then see if their buds look like you.
Jerk off on the plane on the way home. Anyway, thank you guys so much for everything you do and for saving me on that one. You guys mean a lot to me. Mike, thanks for all the comedy book recommendations. I can't wait to get to them. Nice. To anyone who may be planning to try hallucinogens, please be careful and don't underestimate them. Ringo voice, I'm warning you. Peace. Shout out to Derek. Don't say my name and don't read every third word in this email. Bye-bye, love you.
You gotta say it at the beginning, man. You know that.
You really gotta say that at the beginning. Kevin, anything in here of note, or should we just Groovy Tuesday?
Groovy Tuesday.
All right.
But do one more.
Okay. DB in the MRI machine. Whoa.
Worst movie ever.
Parker says DB in the MRI machine. Hi, Mike and Steve. I recently went to get my first ever MRI scan.
Sorry, dog.
Since this was my first time, the technician told me to expect loud noises like trap or club music. Dude, MRI machines are so fucking scary because they'll like thump in a beat.
But they're not like that. They're not like that.
No, it'll just sound like it's going. Boom.
I remember just hearing machines. They were like, now there are noises, and I'm like, that is like the least of my.
I know. Fuck
right
the
now.
Noises.
You know what's going on with my organs right now?
Yeah, you know the noises.
Make noises.
The noises are normal for you.
Yeah, make noises that make the machine work that make me better.
Let's talk about things that aren't normal here.
You're gonna
like the thing in me.
Yeah.
And not the thing that's normal.
You might hear sounds. Yeah.
Great.
I hope to hear sounds for the rest of my long life.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go. Am I deaf now? Am I going deaf? Dude, yeah, it is so scary being in an MRI. I hate it. I'm like, I think I need to be knocked out before I go in.
Just the hospital in general.
I know. Hospitals are just like, I know they're there to take care of you. It's their job. They're doing the best they can to do it. But man, it's not always fun.
It feels like your soul is different from your body in the hospital.
Yeah.
I felt very much like a passenger to my body.
Yeah, because you're at the mercy of all these people.
And you're not getting out until your body is good.
No.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to.
That's why I'm hoping I could put my soul or my consciousness into like a robot butterfly when I get out of here.
Robot little turtle.
A robot turtle.
Robot turtle.
A teenage mutant robot turtle.
Robot turtle might get eaten by a pelican.
Who's eating a robot turtle?
Pelican.
They're so stupid.
Dude, pelicans are crazy. They'll eat like children.
Fuck. Dude, it is funny when something is like in their shit and they're like, you see
I know, and they're like stretching out. They're like,
yeah.
Like,
and the pelican's like,
huh?
Trying to swallow like a toy truck.
Yeah. They're dumb birds.
Oh.
They got Lee brains about this big. They got Lee brains. I laid back and tried to relax until I started hearing the loud beeps and bloops that were described to me. One more thing to note at this time is that it is extremely important to say to stay as still as possible for an MRI scan to work properly. That's right. And if you move and it's at a very important part of the scanning process, they have to start all over again.
Because it takes like a slow shutter speed.
Yeah, and it's like like sometimes you're in there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah,
like it's fucked up.
And then you start getting into the sounds, and you're like,
dude, and you're like, yeah, exactly. And then you're thinking of that. Unfortunately, my brain pretty quickly started to insert random DB noises to match the beat, such as, but not limited to, I'm getting the feeling of coming, no more fan mail, and peace and love, and have you had your hearing checked lately? Now, I was
That's
stuck.
what the show is, like a funny MRI machine.
Yeah, it is. It's a funny distraction from an MRI machine. Now I was stuck with the problem of trying not to laugh at this for 20 minutes for fear of ruining the scan. So thanks for that. I appreciate the laughs over the years.
Hope you're feeling better.
All best, Parker. I happened to see a Nic Hamilton out in the wild a few weeks back at a Wimbledon viewing party in Brooklyn Bridge Park. He punched me in the face. It was an awesome event, but it started to rain hard after a few hours. Nick and his boyfriend decided to head out early due to the rain. What do you know? What did you fucking follow him?
Wait, huh?
But it was cool to see him. I was tempted to thank him for his contributions to Scissors for Everyone campaign, but decided to give him his privacy.
Damn, we're on the same wavelength.
Wow.
Kind of nice.
I was like, we gotta call Nick today.
Dude, earlier.
Mike didn't even
Dude, we gotta play the lottery. Is the billion still out there? Really? Let's go. Oh, fuck. Someone got it already? There's a new one, though. Did you see? There was a new one like this week or something.
Nicholas Hamilton, you're on Dynamic Banter. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
I just want to say...
You were followed.
You were followed.
You were creepily watched by someone.
You're being followed right now.
Ask him if he remembers.
Who's now who?
Ask him if he remembers. Nick, do you remember being at a Wimbledon viewing party in Brooklyn Bridge Park?
Yes.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still. What do you mean here?
To this day, at the Wimbledon event.
Are you still on the phone?
I'm still here. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't hear you first.
Do you remember that it started to rain? Do you remember that it rained hard?
Yes, it rained very hard. We had to escape.
And you did need to escape, according to this person who was watching you.
Who is this?
There's someone who sent in a DB, a history road. His name is Parker. He talks about how he was in an MRI machine and Dynamic Banter helped him get through it.
He came straight from an MRI machine to follow you.
And then he said, P.S. I happened to see Nicholas Hamilton out in the wild, and he wanted to come talk to you, but instead he just took note of almost everything you did and told us about it.
And is writing a book about it right now.
Very weird.
Yeah, said that you left early because of the rain with your boyfriend.
No, that was my friend Cole. Not every man I'm with is my boyfriend.
Wow, you hear that, Parker?
Now, what is the difference? How do you?
Fuck.
How do you know?
What is the difference? That's a great question.
How do you know if a man is your friend or your boyfriend?
Yeah.
All right. Well. MRI machine. All right. Well, guys, thanks for listening to the show today. Mike, plug it up, will ya?
Yes, absolutely. Dude, I would love to do stand-up comedy for you. I think that's the gist of everything. Don't listen to what Lizzo tells you. I would love to do stand-up comedy for you tonight at the Hollywood Improv Lab on the 5th, Westside Comedy Theater, which is Saturday. On the 12th, Don't Tell Huntington Beach. 16th, Don't Tell San Diego. 18th, Don't Tell Valley Village. 19th, Aviator Nation in Venice. 24th, I Bet Kidding in Venice. 26th, Alamo Draft House in the town Alamo Draft House is.
That's awesome.
September 1st, Surrounded at the Hollywood Improv Main Room.
The Abbott Kinney one's is gonna be fancy. That's a fancy part of town.
It is the rich Venice.
It is, yeah.
And there are fancy people there, and they all look similar.
That's where you see people who wear shoes without socks.
Those are surfers that made it.
Yep. Because they're handsome.
Yes. September 17th through the 23rd, I'll be in New York. The 21st of that month, which is a Thursday night at 10 p.m., we're doing Surrounded at the Stand. Tickets for that will be up soon. And then the 27th, Bear City, Que Sera in Long Beach. If you want more info, 818-722-8682. Go ahead and text Tor to that.
I'm coming.
On the 24th. Yeah, I said Abbott kidding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Dude, the Alamo Draft House one. That's cool.
You should come to that because it's like a game show. It's not a stand-up show.
Oh, I'd love to. I love the Draft House. Have you been?
Not in a long time. I think they have like a patio, right?
They do, yeah.
I think I drank outside in the patio, but I don't think I've been in.
It's really cool. It's an unfortunate location because that downtown LA like area.
Isn't there another one in like Eagle Rock area?
No. You might be thinking of like Vidiots or something like that.
I thought that there was another one. I could be wrong.
There might have been plans for one in Eagle Rock, which I would have way preferred, for sure.
What about like Los Feliz? There's no. Well, Los Feliz is kind of next to downtown anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, figure it out. This one's just. I mean, whatever. It's fine. I like going there. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And they're starting to do like more like shows and stuff in their theaters.
Yeah.
And not just movie stuff, which this proves that they're definitely gearing up for like more cool comedy stuff.
Because it used to be like just drinking while watching a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have delicious food and they'll do like fun pre-shows and stuff like that. But
Nice.
yeah, I like the idea of doing like a fun game show or like a mystery science theater kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fun. And Jay's a good like host type person.
Dude, I fucking love that. All right, guys. Well, hey, man, you know what I mean, Kevin? Anything you want to say before we go?
Kevin, happy to see you again.
Always happy to see you. Thanks to Leah and Josh. What's his name? James? Joel? John? John? Thank you to our social team.
Yes.
And everybody else, patrons. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you soon, huh? See you. Bye-byes. Sure. We'll see you. Bye-byes.
That was a HeadGum podcast.